Mechanical keyboards have existed for almost as long as computers have, and throughout time, they have experienced many changes. But now, most of them seem to have settled into specific looks and sizes. And some people might even say that they all look the same. But with that idea in mind, some keyboard companies have decided to innovate their designs, and the idea of transparent keyboards was born. When I first saw a transparent keyboard, I was intrigued and I wanted to get my hands on one. And that's when Leobog reached out to me for me to test out their brand new K81 keyboard. And so that's what this video is about. Going into the unboxing, the keyboard is packaged really well. It has a bright box cover, and underneath is the box itself, which also has pictures of the keyboard and text on it, which is nice to have. Before we go any further, as I have said previously, this keyboard was sent to me for a review completely free of charge. However, Leobog did not tell me what to say, and all of the thoughts are purely my opinion. As we open the box, we can see that the insides are also packaged really well. On the top we can see a quick start guide in both English and Chinese. The quick start guide mentions pretty much everything you need to know, and I don't know why I spent so long filming it. And here you can see the dust cover. It is way more high quality than the other ones I have seen on keyboards. I don't use them very often, but they're still a nice thing to have. Inside there is also an accessory box which has all the other accessories. Couldn't find how to open the box, so I just ripped one of the sides off. Inside the box we have some strange silicone circles. No idea what they are, but we're gonna look at them later in the video, so don't click off just yet. Speaking of not clicking off, I want to reach 1,000 subscribers this year, so if you like any of my videos, you would make my day if you subscribed. Now, you might think why, but if every person who watches my videos would subscribe, I would reach my goal way sooner, and it would make me very happy. Thank you for everyone who is subscribed to my channel, and I hope to bring you more amazing content this year. Now, moving on with the unboxing, there is also a keycap and switch puller in the accessory box, which will come in handy if you decide to swap out the keycaps or the switches, for example. The K81 also comes with a coiled cable, which is for some reason super short, and a packet of extra switches, which are different from the ones that the keyboard comes in by default. I don't know why they would do that, but I'm not against trying out some new switches. The coiled cable is not braided, but it is very springy, which is nice. From what I could find, these switches are the Leobog Ink Crystal V3 tactile switches, which are available on their website. The only place where the switch is present is on the spacebar of the keyboard, which is super weird. I put some additional switch information on the screen, so feel free to pause the video. These switches are on the heavier side, coming in at 62 grams, and they are pre-lubed from the factory. They are priced at $27 per 100 switches, but I did not like them as much as the switches that came with the keyboard by default. Speaking of the keyboard, let's look at it. By the way, there's another manual underneath the keyboard. Taking the keyboard out of its bag, we can see that there is even more packaging in the form of a plastic peel that protects the case from scratches. There's also metal weight on the bottom side of the keyboard, which definitely adds a bit of heft to it. Now, let's remove the peel. The weight is also well designed with the Leobog logo and the keyboard model on it. Now, let's move on to the keycaps. They're thick and transparent, with a non-transparent bit on the top. They're very thick compared to other keycaps. Here's a comparison of them and a $30 set off of Amazon. The Leobog K81 has 3-mode connection options, which is wired, Bluetooth, and 2.4 GHz. There's a switch to toggle each one of those modes. This is finally the time to talk about those weird silicone circles from the beginning. After doing some research, I found that those are actually extenders for the legs of the keyboard. I made a comparison of those angles right here. This keyboard is also gasket mounted, and there is some flex to it. Now, let's talk about the RGB. Transparent keyboards do that really well. This one is no exception. The RGB is bright and shines all throughout the keyboard. I feel like a missed opportunity is an underglow, which some other transparent keyboards have. Keyboard has a lot of preset modes which you can toggle between by pressing Fn plus left slash. I did a quick demonstration of all the modes that there are. Also, if I'm not mistaken, you can add additional presets through their software. This keyboard also has a knob. And now it's time for the sound test. And then right after I will tell you my thoughts on the keyboard. Now, this is the part where I tell you whether this keyboard is good or not. And overall, it is super good. It ticks pretty much all of the right boxes for me, which is the sound, the looks, the RGB, and the price. The only downsides that I can see with this keyboard are the keycaps and the north-facing RGB. I personally don't like the look of the keycaps, however, this is completely preference-based and should not affect your decision. I would love if Leobog made a fully transparent version with fully transparent keycaps because I feel like it would look way cleaner. Now, the question is, should you go out and buy one? Well, if you like its looks and the sound it makes, I'm sure you will like this keyboard. The thing you shouldn't expect is modability, because this keyboard is very hard to open and the RGB is north-facing, which means you will not be able to swap out the keycaps for any cherry profile ones. In case you like it and you want to buy it, I have left all of the links in the description down below, and a huge thanks again for Leobog for giving me the opportunity to try it out. Now, for everyone who made it this far, thank you for watching. If you like this video, I would be very happy if you subscribed. And with that said, see you in the next one.